when you go in that room right there, has nothing in it. No beds, no window, and no bucket. Now, when the man walks in that room right there, not having a bed that you lay down on, not having any windows for light, and worst of all, not having a bucket, we still do one more thing. We close that door. We close that door, it blocks out all the light inside. Now all that light inside of there, okay? Not being able to even see your hand in front of your face, and not having a bucket with you, hey, I can't think of too many things worse than that. So, when that man's inside, all by himself, nobody to talk to, carry a conversation with, he gets in there, some of these men, they find out right away what's going to happen. So they come out of there after just a few hours. Some of these men are very stubborn, almost arrogant about the whole thing. They said, hey, we've been through all your punishments, we'll get through this one too. And you know what? Some of them even find a way to get around that thing not having a bucket. Guys, that room is only so big. After a while, it's going to come back at them. Now, sooner or later, okay, that's the way to say it, they're going to step in something or lay in something you shouldn't step or lay in. And when they do, they're going to come out of that room begging us to get out and promising to do whatever we say when we say it and doing exactly what they're supposed to do all the time. And they do. They really do. You see, when they come out of there, they do what they say, they do it with a good attitude, and they do it with a smile on their face. You might be wondering why they do it with a smile on their face. Well, folks, after you go through something like that, you know you never want to go through anything like that again. So when you come out of there, you do everything possible you can to stay on the good side of the deputies and the sheriff, so you never have to go in there ever again. And because you're doing that, you know, hey, I'm not going through that ever again. And that puts a smile on your face all the time. Now, I think maybe a better name for this place, because it works so good on men, the attitude adjustment room. All right, now this picture right here, hey, guys, take a good look at this. There's only one of its kind. This is a legal picture taken at a hanging. And did you folks know it's illegal to do that? You can't take a picture at a hanging in the state of Florida, or you'd be put under arrest if you get caught. Well, this right here, this was taken 2 years ago in 1906, and that man up there's name is Sim Jackson. Now, Sim Jackson was part of this experiment. These two brain doctors is what they're called. Brain doctors were doing from New York City. Now, these two brain doctors, they're kind of curious what happens to a man's brain during the hanging process. Well, only one way to find out is to go to the hanging and perform an experiment on this man. But before they did the experiment, they had to take a picture of that man. That's what they had to do here. So they got to take the picture. The reason they got to take the picture is because they got a sanction from the state of Florida. Because see, they petitioned the state of Florida, laid out exactly what the experiment was, what they're going to be doing up the hanging and everything, the fact they needed a picture of him. So the state sanctioned this picture, made it legal. That's why it's up here on the wall. Hey, we can't put anything up on the wall if it's not official, if it's not legal. That's why this is the only picture hanging on the wall in this jail, because it is the only legal picture at a hanging in our state. See, a lot of people, they snuck in to hangings, took pictures. They didn't ask permission, didn't have permission to do it, didn't get it sanctioned. Those are all illegal pictures, because you'll find a lot of illegal pictures if you look for pictures, and they're out there. But look up there. The sheriff is also in this picture, which also makes this special. See, there's only 3 pictures of Sheriff Perry that we can find anywhere. This is one of them. So you get to see him in a real live picture and see exactly how much bigger he is than everybody else. Now, hey, these men on this left side, those are ordinary sized men. I mean, they're all the same size. The sheriff is the odd person out. He's so big. I mean, probably the tallest man back in his day was about 5'11" or 6 foot tall. Probably the heaviest is only about 200, 210 pounds maybe at the most. Let me just remind you again, Sheriff Perry is 6'6", 350 pounds. So there you go. All right, now we're going to go over to the kitchen so I can talk to the ladies, tell y'all what you do every day. But I can tell you one thing from right here, it makes it a lot easier for you to understand it because you can see it. That picture right there, excuse me, the picture, sorry. That hole right there, that hole is called the bean hole. Now the bean hole simply means, ladies, that's where you stick food through, okay? You stick that food through that hole. Us deputies, 3 or 4 of us will be on this side, taking that food away. And we have these doors over here. Those doors, there's a big hole right in the middle. That's where we put the plates through to the prisoners, okay? So that's how we get the food to them. All we need from you is that you keep on passing food through the hole to us, okay? So that's one thing you do, but everything else you do, well, see, it's over there in the kitchen. So let's go over there and take a look. All right, in the kitchen. Now, first of all, I want to ask you all a question, because first thing we're talking about is breakfast. How many in here like grits? Raise your hands. Okay, good, good. Now, the reason I ask that is because I'm from the South, I like grits. I'm just kind of curious who likes grits in my group. But I don't want y'all to worry because, hey, there's actually 2 things on the menu, okay? Now, the 2 things on the menu, one of them is grits. Okay? I don't even. Yeah, I guess so.
That's good.
Let me see if they're going to close that door over here.
I wasn't volunteering, like
Well.
grits.
You weren't gonna volunteer?
I don't either.
Just ask a question.
No, I wasn't volunteering. No,
Are you going to make the grits for us?
see, that's why I wasn't volunteering.
Well, you don't have
Yes, sir.
to because you're a woman. You're going to be cooking for us, so.
That's right.
That's how it is in 1908. But I wasn't done with that actually, because there's actually 2 things on the menu, okay? Now there's 2 things on the menu. Some of you said you like grits, which is good. But see, I don't want anybody else to worry because there's actually, like I said, 2 things. So if you don't like grits, the other thing for you in the morning would be
Bean.
no grits.
No, no, great. Oh,
Huh.
Yes,
oh,
ma'am. She's got it. I like her attitude. I like her attitude.
yeah.
Now, see, here's the other thing. For lunch, okay? I already told you ladies how to feed the men next door, okay? And this is what they get. They get a big ladle of beans. That's how much this portion is right here. It's a ladle of beans on a plate. You just pass those through to us deputies like I just showed you over there. And that is what you'll get after you're done feeding the men, okay? You get the same thing, a ladle of beans on a plate. Now, men going outside to work, guys, you're going to swamps, turpentine plants, construction sites, things like that, farmers' fields, all sorts of different places with hard labor. But here's what you get. Sorry about that. All right. Hardtack. A hardtack is salt, flour, and water. Now, see, salt, flour, and water, that's all this is, okay? Ladies, you're the ones who get this for the men, okay? Once you get this for the men, cook it in this wood-burning stove. Take this right here, get it on the table. So as you can see, man, you can't eat this until you get it soft. The way to get it soft is put it in a boiling pot of coffee. Now, after you put this in your coffee cup, you take that boiling pot of coffee and pour it on top. Now, once you do that, just let it soak in there for about 10 minutes. Now, after it's soaking in there for 10 minutes, guys, you take that thing out and you start eating on it because that boiling coffee, that's what it needs to make it soft. So you drink your coffee, eat your hardtack, keep doing that. When break time's over, go back to working. About 2 hours later, same thing. Go back and eat your hardtack and drink your coffee. And just keep doing that all day long every time you take a break. Because see, that's all you get. About 12 to 16 hours, okay? That's all you get while you're working outside, all right? Now, when you come home at nighttime, you will get beans, just like all the ladies do. Ladies, for lunch, this is what you had, right? Well, that's the same thing you're getting for dinner. And the guys next door. But see, when the men come home at night who are working outside, you take this dumbwaiter right here, you take a plate just like you're seeing here, but you put 2 ladles of beans on the plate for the men upstairs because they've been working outside hard all day long, okay? Put it in here, close that door up, hit it twice, it gets the attention of the men upstairs. When the man upstairs hear that, the deputies are going to go over there, pull open that door, there's a pulley system inside with ropes, just take it all the way to the top, and that way, when they hear that, They take it to the top and pass it out to the prisoners, just like they do next door. So in other words, just like next door, you get the food to the deputies, and we do the rest. We pass out the food for you. All right. Now, we're going to go to the sheriff's office next. And walking into the sheriff's office, folks, hey, it's almost like going to a totally different building because it is so nice. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go in there, let you see the sheriff's office for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to take you all upstairs where these men right here will be living in general population. All right.
Like it's hot here.
Only 4:15, right? The last trolley was 4:30. Huh? Yeah? We're gonna miss the trolley. Hmm?
How many deputies would be working here?
I think we should
There'll
go.
be 4 on the crow's nest up there. Pretty much sharpshooters. There's one out of each direction, north, south, east, and west. There'll be some working in the office. And there'll be a couple outside, kind of on guard duty, like 3 or 4 outside walking around the jail. Most of the deputies will be out with the chain gangs. What I was telling the men next door where they'll be working, there'll probably be at least, depending on the size of the chain gang, could be anywhere from 10 to 20 men on each one. So we would have, let's see, 4 here. At the jail here itself, there would be about probably 6 or 8 of them, just at the jail. But 4 of them would be up there in that crow's nest, so they get half